everybody, welcome back to an episode of Hazmat Survival. Today we return, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and today we got something pretty interesting regarding the turrets. Now, as you guys know, the turrets are a staple of base defense when it comes to trying to protect your base. However, it's been stated in the past that apparently turrets do not actually target zombies for one reason or another, because like zombies don't emit like a heat signature, and the turrets themselves are based off of a heat sensor. But then boom, I was actually looking through Instagram just earlier today. In case you guys aren't already, by the way, make sure to follow our Instagram at Starsnipe, link in the description as well, or something like that. We try to post cool photos and some stuff like that every once in a while. But I saw this ad, an advertisement for Last Day on Earth, where there is actually a turret actively fighting a horde that is attacking the base. So either A, Kafir is falsely advertising what the turret does within this video, which I really hope isn't the case, because I'd be pretty disappointed in that. B, at some point the turrets were updated to actually be able to attack zombies that attack your base. From my knowledge, they don't attack zombies. That's what they've said in the past. So maybe something changed under the radar and they just never explicitly said it. Or C, potentially this could be an update coming. It's the Last Day on Earth where our turrets will actually be able to hopefully actually play a bigger role in base defense, because currently the only time I've ever seen the turrets actually do something is if you anger the raiders. Speaking of which, we do have a raid lined up for today, let's not forget that. But if you anger the raiders and they actually come and you actively defend your base because you didn't give enough stuff to the raiders and they're actively attacking your base, right? In that case, I do believe the turrets do fight them, but that is at least the only instance that I personally have seen. Maybe I'm wrong here. If I am, please point it out in that comment section down below. I don't want to be spreading bad info, but from what I have seen, these turrets, they do not attack zombies. So like I'm saying, something's going on over here. Potentially the version of the game like that they were testing over here, like it has to have the turret being allowed to attack zombies. So it could potentially be a feature that we can expect to see within the future, and that's kind of what I'm crossing my fingers it's to be. Specifically, I think the reason that this gets extra interesting, right, is because we do have at some point in the near future a very large update coming in the form of the outpost update. And the outpost update is going to be pretty much a second type of base, and potentially even more bases we could set up, likely the first of which will be over here in the north. I'm guessing most likely over there, since that's just, I don't know, the north is so far away, it would make sense to have an outpost in a remote location. That's usually where outposts just tend to be, logically speaking. And from what they've said, I do believe actively defending the outpost, we will have to suffer attacks and defend from attacks more often. I think there's just going to be a lot of more features implemented within the outpost, and potentially this is preparing for that, and maybe those turrets that we are going to be able to put down to protect our outpost will actually be able to fend off against more enemies such as zombies or something like that. But definitely something I wanted to go ahead and bring to your guys' attention. So let me know your guys' thoughts around this in that comment section down below, because obviously we've been talking about that outpost for a little bit, because we had within just the past month, I believe, a huge info drop around it over in the beginning of 2019 to kick things off. And within that info drop, we learned some pretty hype stuff regarding the outposts and what can be expected around those bad boys that obviously we are going to be extremely hyped for, but that goes without saying. But it's going to be interesting because this kind of could very well play into that and actually allowing the turrets to be an active defense mechanism against the zombies as well, and the outpost could very well be kind of the perfect timing to implement that. But let me know your guys' thoughts around this, how you think it might start coming into play, if you think it is maybe just some sort of false advertising, which I sincerely hope is not the case. And oh, I gotta say goodbye to you. Pick up those two things. I will scratch those two things. I just don't want someone to come and steal this stuff, because we did have to steal whatchamacall, one of these steel spears over here. We gotta steal a whole ton of band-aids as well, so we're gonna be knocking that type of stuff out, no worries. And ooh la la, let me help you. It killed that thing over there. Don't mind me, I'm just over here looking for some stuff. But let me know your guys' thoughts around it, how you think we might be able to see this, or like I'm saying, if I've just gotten this wrong and somehow that has changed within the past, feel free to let me know. But from my current understanding, that is not how turrets function, but adding that as functionality would definitely be super dope, especially if that functionality comes with the help of defending our future outposts, because the outposts are something that I'm ridiculously hyped for, and being able to defend it like that would be super dope. So let me know your guys' thoughts in that comment section down below, and a reminder that that comment is going to put you 1/3 of the way into Wiki $12 iTunes/Play Store gift card giveaway. All you gotta do as well is make sure like button, make sure subscribe. That will ensure you win on today's video. Y'all can go ahead and enter in on every single Last Day on Earth video. When Saturday rolls around, we'll pick a random video for the past week, pick a random comment from that random video, and that will be the winner for the week. And we'll kick off a new weekly giveaway that exact same Saturday as well. So make sure you stay tuned with that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest of Last Day on Earth information, such as what we might be finding out there in the world, and sometimes even stuff like this. There might be hidden stuff within literally like an advertisement for Last Day on Earth that was released, which is, I definitely caught my eye because, like, I don't know, seeing that in the first place on Instagram, I was like, whoa, a Last Day on Earth ad, isn't that cool? Don't you dare take my spear. I saw that guy run, and that's why I freaking tossed the band-aid, because I had to. Also, at some point, we gotta find a hazmat helmet, but I think we should be able to do that pretty easily, since we're gonna be opening up a ton of stuff and killing a ton of things in our pursuit for a lot of this stuff. And okay, I will say goodbye to the pistol, because that thing's about to break. This guy's about to yeet my chest. I see you. Why you gotta be stealing my chest, boy? Give me them band-aids, boy. I needed that steel spear, which makes me a little bit of a sad panda, but so be it. This sad panda will continue living life and hopefully becoming happy panda. But all right, I think we're pretty done with this zone. But yeah, the notification bell is a great way to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest of Last Day on Earth info. As soon as anything new comes out, we are always breaking it down, what it means for the future in terms of updates, how it might relate to information released in the past to give us the clearest image at what is to come. Not to mention, as soon as any type of new update comes out, we are diving headfirst into it absolutely ASAP all the freaking time and showcasing every single new thing that it has. New locations, new bosses, new areas, whatever it might be. It doesn't matter to me. That bad boy will be showcased. Doesn't matter how expensive it is, doesn't matter how much we gotta blow through our own loot supply and stash to make it happen. Guess what, baby? It is going to happen. And the notification bell is a great way to stay up to date with every single video. Y'all can enter on for that weekly giveaway, not to mention all the other dope survival games going up on the channel as well. And hello, off Vita saying to you, allow me to collect those things. And I'm sorry, had to help you over there. I'll help you take out this person in exchange for allowing me to have that spear. And oh, hold on, let me take band-aid. Let me take band-aid. Oh, he took the band-aid. God dang it. I'm just trying to collect these band-aids and finish this quest. And at some point, find a helmet as well. But yeah, the notification bell is going to be a great way to stay up to date with every single video. Y'all can turn it on for that weekly giveaway. Not to mention all the other dope survival games going up on the channel as well that you should definitely give a look if you haven't already. Like, prime example, that Life After series, that new up-and-coming mobile survival game that a lot of you guys are loving so far. I've been seeing a lot of support for the series, and we're about to be getting into the juicy parts as well. So if you haven't already, make sure to dive into it, lads and lassies. It's gonna get good. And hello to you, Mr. Bandage. Very fancy seeing you here. Okay, now if I could please collect this. This was make me happy camper. Is there maybe helmet in here? No, just another spear. That is okay. I've collected all of my spears. Comrades, you guys can have free reign over the spears. That is all you, my broski doodles. We simply need 9 more bandages and 1 more hazmat helmet to complete today's tasks in our quest towards... That is right. The quest towards C4, and most importantly, that tactical backpack. Oh, I want that tactical backpack. And we currently got that knocked out. We got a couple more, and we gotta start finding some pretty, tasks are gonna start getting harder and harder. Gonna be more murder involved, and I kinda, not gonna lie, I like the murdery tasks better. I like going out and killing zombies instead of having to, like, find specific loot, because finding specific loot can definitely be annoying. So I'm gonna continue my looting quest. Really cross my fingers we find that hazmat helmet at some point, because that would make my life infinitely easier. And yeah, so I'll continue doing that and regroup with y'all in a sec. And with that bandage, we are now up to 20, meaning that the only thing we are going to be looking for is going to be a helmet of Hazmat. And unfortunately for me, I am totally out of steel spears as well, so we gotta go float like a butterfly, sting like a bee against some of these zombies. You, stay away from chest, comrade. This is mine chest. Oh, yes, look, you have the zombie on you. Feels bad to be you. Oh, please let me have... I needed that spear, dude. Come on, why you're gonna take a spear from me, Ricardo? Okay, you douche canoe, I see you, although it is Sector 7, so I totally understand. It is a free-for-all out here. There are no rules or regulations. There's chest stealing galore, because if you don't chest steal, you will be chest stolen from, and that is the unfortunate truth of Sector 7. Feels bad. I know. I know. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there is the final piece of the puzzle, because I'm not gonna lie, finding the hazmat armor is always so annoying. Like, I honestly feel like the scout armor is gonna be easier to do, because at least with the scout armor, you know you need to go to like a level 3 zone to find it. The hazmat armor just like, it just kind of spawns whenever it wants. It's really freaking random, but let's go. That's another level completed. Thank you for the hat. Thank you for the springs. Let's skedaddle on out of here. Thank you for the hospitality, Sector 7. But now it is time to sample the hospitality of someone else. It's time to sample the hospitality of player 6715. So we're gonna be making a pit stop over to him here in just a second. First things first, we need to make a pit stop off at home, since home is where the heart is. And I mean, in a less cheesy way, home is also where all of our raiding tools are, which is the heart of our raiding shenanigans, which is the heart of how we're gonna break into player 6715's base over there. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. And you guys can see that we're, if anything, a little bit over prepared for what we do have coming up. We should probably hot swap this to have our partially broken pistol and then the full durability pistol. That should be enough to take down usually all the zombies that come throughout a raid. So I think we'll just go and put the rest of this stuff away, prepare for the raid, and talk to y'all in a sec. And with everything that we needed being put away, it's time to commence today's raiding shenanigans with the help of the back of this off-road bike. And to be fair, we should probably put the gas away for the time being, so I'll just go ahead and store that over here within the pickup truck. I'll make sure to put that back, but I do want to have another slot freed up over in the chopper. And currently, in terms of gas, we do have whatchamacallit, all these water bottles here from the last raid that we commenced within. So let's just go ahead, correct up all of these level 1 hatchets, and then go and ride our carnival chopper over into death. The death of zombies, that is. We can't really kill the player. As much as fun as that be, dude, you know, that's what I want so badly. Could you guys imagine an active raid system, an active raid defense where we have to, like, you know, if someone's attacking our base, it's kind of like a 1v1 where we get to, ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of airdrop candy. Okay. There's about 6 minutes on that bad boy, so it's probably gonna despawn by the time we're done with this raid. Who knows? We'll see. We'll play it by ear, but yeah, odds are that one is going to be despawned by the time we are done. Maybe another one will appear though, but I'm not about to run over there and run back, because then we'd probably just have too much stuff in our inventory. We'd have to make another pit stop off at home. It'd just be a little bit of a mess. Okay, so there is little stone area over here. Hello, stone area. How do you do? And then there's also big stone area over here. So it's a little 2-base complex that we have managed to come across. And there's nothing like a little welcome mat over there to say welcome to us. So I think we might try and go bada bing, bada boom, and knock our way into our friends over there. Yeah, nothing over there for us to loot, no chopper for us to take from, so I think that is gonna be the move. Let's get the big booms and let's start bringing this raid to fruition without the help of these stone walls. These stone walls, if anything, are an obstacle, but luckily we have a world Olympic obstacle hurdler. Yeah, it holds a gold medal in the hurdles. C4, about as gold as it gets, baby. Let's go and put that C4 down on this wall, and bada bing, bada boom. V are in, baby. So this is gonna be one of the rooms that we want to break into by chopping up all of these chests that we have available to us. And here's the thing, this is a raid that we should be able to do without firing a single shot, aka my favorite types of raids, because that means we also get to save our weapon durability from this raid as well. Let's just go and break into all 3 of those. We're gonna have some very hangry zombies coming up after us, and what we're gonna want to do is whoop, 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 just try to have them run into these spikes absolutely as much as possible, which is going to make our lives significantly easier. You can already hear some of them dropping dead, so shouts out to this base for actually having spikes available for us to use. But I don't know, I think that's one of the dreams for me to see in Last Day on Earth. It'd be so sick if someone's raiding our base, we get the opportunity to like counter them attacking our base, or like actively defend them as they raid our base. Kind of similar to like the raiders, you know, if you anger the raiders, if you don't give them their fair share after a raid, and how they go and kind of attack you. I'd love to see something like that happen, you know? I don't know if I'd love to see it. That might make defending against a raid much harder, but you gotta admit, it'd be pretty freaking dope to like actually be able to, you know, contribute and, you know, try to bring down whoever's trying to break into your base. So let me know what you guys think. Boop. I'm just taking you down. Don't want to make you run into another spike or anything like that, but let me know what you guys think regarding that, because I just think that that'd be super freaking cool, and it's definitely something I'd love to see. But Alrighty then, let's go and get to C4 numero dos to help us with the rest of today's shenanigans, which is going to be another room that we want to break into. From my research into this base, it appears that these two rooms, one over here, knock knock, it is C4 o'clock, baby. Let's just back it on up. I don't want to get caught in that blast. And we are in. That's made a little bit more noise, so yep, we got some angry people coming up on us. Let's just give them ye olden spike treatment, and let's just have them take care of themselves. Who's got to put bullets into zombies when zombies will put spikes into themselves, you know? This is just efficiency at its peak, and I love it. So shouts out to anyone who has spikes on their base, because y'all the real MVPs when it comes to raiding your base. You might be like, Star, what? I don't want people to be raiding my base easier. Well, here's the thing, right? As we raid this base, we never actually raid the base. We always raid a copy of the base. So we're raiding a copy of player 6715, I think was his name. We're raiding a copy of his base. Whatever we do to this base does not actively affect his real base. That is not how it works. We are raiding a copy of his base. That's why oftentimes if you guys like look up on YouTube, for example, if you guys research a base, is a tactic that I definitely recommend you guys do whenever you go on a raid, so you can just have a general idea of what to bring along the raid, what to expect out of the raid, which areas you should break into if the raid's a little bit larger and a little bit more complex. It's always a great idea to research it first, and the reason that that works is because whenever you raid a base, you're raiding a copy of that base at a certain point in time. Every couple of updates, they'll usually update the database system, like the rating database, where what happens is whatchamacallit, at the time of the update going through, for example, they'll take a quote-unquote snapshot of everyone's base, and that is what their base will be like in the rating system for until they take the next quote-unquote snapshot. And like I'm saying, that tends to happen every couple of updates or so. But the reason that that works then, and why like being able to research a base works, is because, ooh, piece of candy. Got some red tickets in there. We'll go ahead and get to collecting that in a sec. But the reason that that ends up working and we are allowed to like actually research bases is because they are copies. You know, that's the reason. Because otherwise, after I raided this base, if you raided the base, it'd have a bunch of broken freaking chests, a bunch of broken walls, and tons of dead zombie bodies on the outside, you know? So if you are raided, if I ever raid you guys, don't be like, Star, you're a douche canoe. How dare you raid me? I'm just putting it out there. It literally does not affect you one bit. Whenever you get raided, that happens because of the AI raiding you. Whenever you are raided, you are not raided by a real player. You are raided by an AI. You're kind of raided by the computer, who then somehow algorithmically determines what walls to break into, what chests get broken down, and just that's why in general having lots of defenses around your base tends to be a good thing, especially in the form of level 1 honeycombs. Those are probably your go-to if you want to be as protected as possible. Just tons of level 1 walls encasing your true base, because that's gonna make the AI need to break through a ton of potential walls before they actually get to your good walls, you know? It just gives them like a lot of pretty much like quote-unquote faulty targets, because if they break through one of those honeycombs, they're not going to get anything, but they still got to break through it anyways. So there's your quick little raiding lesson with a Daily Raider Star over here, trying to help you guys out as much as posiblemente. And this raid is not helping us out very much. This raid is looking relatively meh. I don't like when the raid looks meh. That is not the type of noise I like being made out of my raids, you know? But we do have a little bit of gas here, so I know that we use the chopper, I believe, to drive on over here. So we should have some gas room over here within the back of it that we need to fill up with the help of these water bottles. And then we have some empty water bottles that we'll probably just put away. There's no chopper to siphon gas from in this raid, unfortunately. These truck saw blades we should be able to bring back to our base and actually, recycle them and get some decent stuff out of it. So that's kind of why I'm picking those up. I'm going to leave the 7 green tickets behind, 10 yellow tickets. It's kind of okay, kind of worthwhile at that point, but 7 greens, well, actually depends. We'll see what else this base has, because so far, like I'm saying, it is looking a little meh. We're still kind of like going through all the chests and trying to determine ultimately what the good stuff is, and hopefully this other room's got the good stuff in that case, because that first room is being a little bit lackluster. And I mean, I guess I'll take a trap, I guess, because if I'm not mistaken, isn't that trap like take up like some aluminum? That takes up some oak. Starvation. Oh no, thirstation is what I meant to say. Yeah, that takes up some oak to make, so technically speaking, we just raided a couple of oak, although that oak has to 100% be invested into the tripwire trap, but hey, I'll take it. I ain't one to complain about this thing in particular. Y'all got any water? There we go. Let's take some proper water up in our bellies. And this might be the type of raid where we just try to steal a bunch of food too, because he's got a couple of stacks of food. I'm always down to, you know, try to embellish our kitchen a little bit and make that thing even more stocked and loaded as possible, because I like me food. Doesn't matter if it's IRL, doesn't matter if it's within the last day on Earth. Food is my friend, especially the beans. All hail the beans. They're the king of last day on Earth, but that's already been established. Hey, okie dokie. Finding some kinda decent things over here. Let's freaking go! Even got more kinda decenter than ever before in the form of 10 oak planks. Definitely hard to complain about those. So pretty much we got about 15 oak planks worth of oak, if you count the stuff that oak would have to be invested into out of this raid. So in terms of oak, not too shabby. Definitely some stuff that I could get behind. Let's make sure that we put that stuff away. But for the cost of 2 C4, I would say that this one is a no-fly zone. I feel like we got a little bit. You could definitely do better with 2 C4. Honestly, you can really do better with 1 C4. This is not a base I would recommend using your C4 on. So if you were to come across this base, maybe, I know it always sucks to do this, trust me, but this might be the type of base where you just don't even bother breaking into it, which is always a heartbreaker that bases like that exist. I feel like if you know, earn a base raid, there should still be something kind of decent within it, but that's my 2 cents. Unfortunately, I'm not the one developing the game, although that would be absolutely freaking dope if we were developers, because y'all know we would be making some dope decisions up here in Last Day on Earth. But all right, now we got to make some decisions regarding what else to take out of all of these things. And I think we'll just try and kind of prioritize these 3 chests up in the north. I don't need any more backpacks. That man's got backpack galore out here. I will take that. I'll take that. That is 1 aluminum wire, so that's a no. That could potentially be a copper if we get lucky recycling, so I'll definitely take that. Phone's okay. We could get a lens out of that. That's a pretty valuable resource when it comes to whatchamacall, upgrading our weapons with mods. So if we could get a little bit lucky. And after that, well, yeah, I'll probably just grab a little bit of the planks. I'll do away with, is there any like furnaces or stuff we could break into? Like on the outskirts of the base that we missed, or mainly just like showers and stuff? Yeah, not really seeing a furnace. Alrighty then. In that case, let's leave this axe behind because we're not really going to be breaking into anything much more. And instead, let's take ourselves another stack of the pine planks. Never hurts to have more of those. And yeah, all in all, I suppose that's the inventory we're going to be walking out of here with. We're not missing anything super valuable. To my knowledge, we're not grabbing anything super poopy to my knowledge either. Like all these truck wheels and stuff, we should still be able to like recycle and stuff. And speaking of outposts, we might actually need these truck wheels to repair our pickup truck back at base. But that's, we talked about that in a couple of videos in the past. I'm not going to go too deep into that. But long story short, we're going to be able to repair our truck, like our pickup truck back at base. And it's going to somehow be used to like transport stuff to our outpost. Potentially as like a vehicle we could actually drive to, but definitely as some kind of connection to our outpost, most likely for transferring large quantities of loot, and potentially just like a way to quickly travel to another outpost potentially, which I would love to see. But there we have what we are taking out of this raid. But yeah, that's the reason that these truck wheels might actually be pretty nice to hold on to a little bit here. And ay caramba, there is nowhere in terms of event for us to go. So instead, I suppose we go to the motel as we go ahead and start wrapping it up here for this episode of Last Day on Earth Survival. Can't wait to hear what y'all got to say in that comment section down below regarding that interesting little turret thing that we copped a peek at a little bit earlier. Definitely interested to hear your guys' thoughtception, but your guys' thoughts and opinions, that's what I was going for around that. Definitely looking forward to such things. Not to mention, best of luck to you guys in that $25 iTunes Play Store gift card giveaway. Best of luck getting the Chopper gas tank and joining the Chopper Squadron. Best of luck breeding your pups, getting the True Friend perk, level up your own perks and skills. Not to mention finding the very best blueprints and building up the very best attachments for the very best weapons that you got. Best of luck building up your base, going out on the dopest of raids, defeating all the bosses that the game has to throw at you, getting past the multiplayer wall, and most important of all, having yourselves an absolutely fan-freaking-tastic time all throughout. And before we wrap it up, we just got a couple more zombies to take down, and we got, hopefully, a granata to collect out of these chests, because that is a locked chest. There's a zombie within. We kill the zombie. He's over there. He's just crouching down. He's doing his own thing. He's like, oh, couldn't even get up before I died. And if luck is on our side, there should be und frag grenade out of this chest. And I'm always happy to add some frag grenades to the stockpile. But that's gonna go ahead and do it for me. Thank you guys a whole ton for watching. Have yourselves an awesome one. I'll talk to you next one. See ya.